Hello everybody. How you doing? I hope the sound is fine. I hope you can hear me well. Are you going to Speaker's Corner? Express Pearl. I just came back from Speaker's Corner. That was an experience. It was fun. Actually, yeah. Isn't it? It just seems like the place all the crazy people go to be honest, to argue. And I got into a couple of arguments. So I didn't do anything. It just the fact that there was a Jewish person there just attracted a lot of people who had questions or just wanted to argue. So, do you guys hear me? I don't know if you guys hear me. Is everything fine? Am I online? I got a 420 shirt and I'm gonna take it off because I don't think it's pretty, to be honest. Because, it's today's April 20th, apparently, because I discovered by going to Speaker's Corner to Hyde Park and seeing swarms upon swarms upon swarms of people just walking there. And yeah, it felt like iffy, to be honest. Like it looked not the most attractive. Yeah, I did film it, Mariana. Hello. Thank you. Hello, everybody. Hello from Germany. Yes, I'm very close to the Netherlands. Hello. Hello, Marilee, Dave. Wish you knew you were coming to UK's. Actually, all right, so until now, it's been so busy. I've been running from one place to place to place. But I'm going to have a couple of days now that are a bit not as crazy. Is anyone in London would like to, I don't know, have a meetup or something? Like if I go somewhere and say, hey, let's meet up, would I end up being alone, or would anyone, or would you come? Would anyone come? That's the question. Was I recognized in London? I wasn't recognized in London yet, except by people who met me on purpose. Yeah, so. Well, hello everybody. Anyway, that's an experience. London is an experience, I'm not gonna lie. I love it. I think I feel like I look funny wearing a shirt on top of a sweater, so I'm gonna take it off real quick. Yeah. I'm sorry if it makes weird sounds. All right. Hello. Yeah. All right. Saying yes, you would. Yes, I would come 100%. Vic London. Where do you guys usually meet up in London when you do? Thank you. Actually, Passover, even in London, is about to be over, so it's going to be a great celebration for all the Londoners going back to eating chametz. Thank you. Weed is illegal. There was a lot of police in the park. Actually, I found this experience not too pleasant. I don't know if it's because it's always like that this is how Hyde Park looks like, or because I went to Speaker's Corner on a day where people who celebrate Weed Day are a certain type of people. But it looked like, I don't know, it's like the whole park was like there were so many people and they all looked like thugs. I'm not gonna lie, like they all looked like thugs, honestly speaking. Like I wouldn't want to meet any of them in an alley. Yeah. Thank you, Shauna. Happy Easter, you all. I know Easter is tomorrow, isn't it? So there is a bank holiday tomorrow. Why am I in the Islamic city of Londonistan? Because I wanted to see if it is truly Londonistan or if there is, if it's an exaggeration. No, I believed everything, to be honest. I didn't think it's going to be an exaggeration. Thus far, yeah. Yeah, Liverpool is very different. Let me say it like that. Liverpool was made me happy walking around, right? It was very nice. London, it's not that I have a problem, right? It's not that I fear anything. It's just unpleasant. It's a bit unpleasant. And yeah, London is huge. North London is a nice place to meet, somewhere like Finchley. Yeah, I think I'll go with that, actually. Northern London is nicer. I've been to Golders Green, which I know is the more Jewish neighborhood, which was fun seeing people preaching on a Saturday with boombox, with speakers, playing music, talk about Jesus in a relatively Jewish neighborhood, I'm guessing. It's not just Jews. But all I could think is but it's Saturday, people respect the Saturday. And I was walking down the street and one of those preachers were shouting yes, I used to be evil like you. I think it was to the guy that was walking next to me. And I was if you don't go to church, you're evil. Cool. All right. Speaker's Corner is terrible. I think it's funny, why it just looks like a place where the crazy people go to talk to, but it was fun. I'm not gonna lie, it was fun. And it was fun because the moment I said I'm Jewish, people started asking me questions. Because here's the thing, we went to Speaker's Corner and it was I was listening and lo and behold, it was all about us. It was everywhere you go. It's Israel, Jews, Jesus, Judea. And, talking about the Middle East. And there were people using Israeli flag. There was one Israeli flag and there was one Palestinian flag. Were those who I tell you honestly, I don't think the one that walked around with the Palestinian flag looked very Palestinian to me. And those who walked around with had the Israeli flag flown were not Jewish, they were Christians. Definitely not Israeli. So I was going there and it's it felt like it's all about us. It's all about the Jews and everything's around us, right? But there is no one around that is from my people or Israel or anything. But it's all about us. And I felt what a weird feeling, It's they go around, they argue about, most of them. Some of them had their niches. There was one person who found a different niche, he was talking about spiritual religions in Africa. And they had an argument about slavery, which is fun. I joined to listen, right? So there's one guy who said black people did not enslave black people, and another guy who was arguing with him yeah, they did enslave black people. Blacks started slavery in Africa. It was black people who were enslaving black people, not. So it was entertaining, and I loved that it was not about us. It's so finally an argument that doesn't have to do anything with, because they appropriate, right? They use our flags. At this point I'm even appropriating the Palestinian flags, but they use is the Israeli flag and whatever they see as the opposition of that. and then talk about what Jews think, what Jews wrote in their Bible, what the Hebrew says, like quoting and saying, and like, this is it. And I was like thinking, like, this is not what the Hebrew says. It's a mistranslation or a lot of stuff. And it's like, but like, it's such a weird feeling. You just walk in there and it's like, we're in London. Don't you have like your own things to argue about? Seriously? Anyway, just standing there and saying I'm Jewish brought me a crowd. Really. And it's like, somebody's like, oh wait, you're Jewish? And then be like, that's so funny. Like, and they like, and then they direct the argument at me. It's like, yeah, tell them the Bible says this. This says this. And like, you're all weird. You're all weird, man. But they were nice, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I talked to some Muslims, like at least one Muslim, a newly converted guy to Islam. And I don't think he survived as a Muslim, to be honest. He seemed like he's not cruel enough. But yeah. Oh, Shauna, thank you so much for the super chat. And you guys, this trip is expensive. I'm working super hard. So everybody, buy me coffee. Thank you. Yes, I do it all for you. I just cannot explain the insanity in England. It's so hard to wrap my mind around it. So I met so many people who have to use fake names. And like one guy, like, if you leave, you're apostate. You convert and you leave because you're apostate. Now you have to use a fake name now because your life is under threat. In fucking UK. What the heck? Sean, sweetheart, thank you. Easter is today here in America and no bank holidays for Americans. Trade-off for freedom means less bank days. Well, I guess so. Thank you, Shauna, for your support. I love you very much. All right, you guys. Hello, namaste. And oh, here's the thing. People don't know the Bible, but see suddenly experts about the Torah. It's so funny. Like they are arguing, and at some point, it got to the point where I had to explain that the Bible is not the Torah. That the Torah is the first 5 books in the Bible. But because they said like, okay, before you said that you have the book of Yeshaya, and now you're saying you don't have it. And I said yes, because before you asked me about the Bible, and now we're talking about the Torah. Those are not the same things. And you understand, like they stand there, then they preach. It's like, you don't even know the difference between the Torah and the Bible. And then I had to explain that if you follow tradition, it is the Torah that is God's word. It's not the Bible. Like, it's extras, but it's not. So, because the people are like, how do you explain like the prophecies and everything? And like Jesus is like prophesied and it's God's word. And like, it's not God's word. The prophecies you're reading from, they are not the Torah. They are from the Hebrew Bible, but it's not the Torah. So it's not God's word. And in Deuteronomy, it says that if there is somebody who does miracles, and even if he has a proof that he does miracles, but he calls for the abolishment of the laws, the Jewish laws, then he is a false prophet, and you have to stone him. And I said, like, the moment Christians started saying that you don't have to follow the rules of the Torah, then it cannot be Judaism anymore. And Judaism is very tolerant to all kind of crazy ideas. And then they brought up like, okay, so why does the Talmud talk about the Messiah? And it's like, because Judaism likes entertaining ideas. Like sometimes, like they try stuff, they try stuff and they teach it, try it, teach it, try it, teach it. This is what it means when you have a peoplehood and not necessarily like a properly structured religion. Something that people around there like really had troubles like wrapping their minds around. Also had a conversation with a Muslim, the newly converted guy, trying to, he is like talking about submission and things like that. And I said, like, Israel, we are wrestling with God, we are arguing with God, we're not submitting to God. And he's like, how can you not submit to God? Because like you have to question. And he said, and then he starts saying like, well, I don't even know how he got to this point, but he tried to say like something and I said like, how do you know the messages that you are getting are from God? And he said, because, well, it has to be because it says because it goes against the devil or something like that. And I said like, well, the devil can tell you to go against the devil as well. And he's like, no, like it's impossible. Like, how can the devil appear and tell you to go against the devil? You wouldn't like it. And I said, like, because you need to understand what's the devil's goal. And he was like, corruption. And I said, like, okay, to cause corruption in the land, does the devil need people to follow him? Or does the devil need to lead people astray? And he just couldn't wrap his mind around the fact that the devil might tell the people to, like the devil might show up and start cursing the devil so that people would trust him. And then after he curses the devil, he would send them to spread corruption in the land. Because this is what he's looking for. He doesn't care about the worshiping part. Like, I'm like, no, how can the devil tell other people, like, how can a devil curse the devil? I mean, because he's a liar? What do you mean? I was like, but like, he couldn't follow the logic, which was hilarious. So I was like, just standing there, like, and then at some point, somebody came and said the devil doesn't exist. And I heard two women next to me that just passed by and said, oh my God, can you believe he said like the devil doesn't exist? And yes, this conversation is not for us. Yes, he doesn't know what he's talking about, and left. And I just like realized like we're talking in parallel. We're talking in parallel. Like they do not understand Jewish thinking, and Jewish thinking cannot understand this weird thinking either. So, Joshua, how you doing? Thank you so much for support. Whatever you do, do not say England is gayer than two dudes double teaming a third dude. You'll be put on a watch list. Thank you, Joshua. I hope the watch list is good. Every day. Something for you, your coffee budget, because you're always interesting in us. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Your support. Yes. If you guys want to support me, there are links down below. So there is a lot of cool things. And by the way, I don't know if you noticed, but I interviewed Niak, who got arrested 10 times already for eating a banana and holding Hamas as a terrorist group sign, which is incredible. He's an incredible dude. He's a real hero, by the way. Anyway, I think where Liverpool filled me with optimism, London gets me depressed. Not gonna lie. It's depressing. Yeah. I mean, mild optimism. Let's not be like too optimistic here. Like Liverpool gave me mild optimism. London gives me a lot less wild optimism. All right, let me read your comments. Because I kind of want to see how I want to hear your questions about what I'm going through here. If you have any questions about my experience here. Also, what I thought about maybe watching Netanyahu's declaration from yesterday because I thought it was fire. It was very interesting. Also, the Gazan feed, which is like, the Arabic feed of people from Gaza. They took it very, let's just say that they are afraid after that declaration. But I heard a lot of people didn't hear it. Liverpool will rise again, I hope. Well, Liverpool is doing fine. And I was curious when I talked to people there, like I asked, are you ready to fight on a city-based level, right? Not national level, city-based level. And they're like, yeah, it might come down to this, fighting on a city-based level. Which I actually kind of think, like, now that I'm still in UK's territory, should I censor myself? Like, here's another thing. Like, when I said it, I just realized, like, I didn't want to publish those thoughts until I'm back home, where I can say it. But, like, I don't understand the limits of the free speech here, because it doesn't seem like very good. But it's hard to understand the nuances, What can you say, what you cannot say. So, yes, been censored, delete all your offensive memes. I don't really do memes, so I don't know what you're talking about. It's not, Sarah saying it's not safe to say much here. Yeah, that's the impression I got. Like when I talk to people, right, they're like, okay, if I said that, I cannot, I like what you just said, like, I cannot say, like, you cannot say Islam, you have to say political Islam. If you say just Islam, you're going to get in trouble. So if you want to talk about Islam, you say, like, okay, you have to, like, sugarcoat it and be like, oh, yeah, I'm talking about political Islam. I was like, what is political Islam? Just say Islam. I'm like, no, you have to say political Islam. Another thing, like, down the street, I saw, right, there are so many stores that have Arabic names, like, Arabic in writings to just like the name of the store, which, okay, fine. But what really shocked me is that this store had only Arabic writing, because like most of the stores had like Arabic and then English, right? So the name of the store, it's written in Arabic and English. And then I looked at one store and I thought, like, something is weird about this store. And at first, like, I didn't get it because, like, I can read the Arabic. And then I realized, wait, there is only Arabic. There is no English, right? So I don't remember what it was. Maybe it was like it didn't register at first, because, like, okay, I just read the store's name, and then I was like, why do I feel there is something weird about this store? And then I realized, wait, there is no English. It's just Arabic. That's it. Joshua, thank you so much for your support again. Someone has to prove to the rest of the world why you don't let in the wrong sword. If not Nigeria, if not Lebanon, if not Jerusalem, if not Dearborn, then perhaps London will prove the point. Do you think, like, but, the people are retarded. I think I learned to be humble. I mean, I know Jews are stupid. They are, and I thought, like, a lot of my delegation members, which I'm going to talk about as well, were kind of like slow and had learning difficulties. And in general, like Israelis, I thought they do, but the speaker's corner got me humbled, to be honest, because apparently you can have much worse learning difficulties than the average Israeli, which I already thought was kind of stupid. Yeah, definitely. So I don't know. There, the universe, it might not be infinite, but I'm pretty sure human stupidity is still infinite. All right. So you say the fighting spirit and resistance amongst some of the patriots in England? Yeah, I saw that in Liverpool. And I saw it a little bit in London. But in Liverpool, it looked like they had hope. And in London, it looks like they're just on a suicide mission. That's just the vibe I got. Yeah, sure to. Thank you for your question. All right, what is my mission in the UK? Another one, what are the difference between halal and kosher? Halal is different. Halal is a lot less strict than kosher. Kosher slaughter is different than halal kosher. Apparently, I thought it was similar, but apparently the way the halal slaughters animals is actually a lot crueler than the way kosher slaughter is. So halal slaughter style would not be kosher. But here's the thing. It's funny because I grew up in Israel and I never saw halal ever on anything until I traveled abroad and there were places of halal. And then, as a child, and then I asked myself, wait, we have a huge Muslim population. How come there is no halal in Israel? This is when I learned that kosher is halal, except for extremist group. So there are extreme groups, Islamic groups, right, that believe that you cannot have halal food that is prepared by non-Muslims. But in general, in Israel, obviously, they in Israel believe, the Muslims in Israel, Israeli Muslims, Israeli Arabs, right? First of all, even between the Palestinians are you cannot compare them, and then you cannot even compare them to Arabs from anywhere actually, or the people here. They're way it puts the Israeli Arabs in a different light. Let me tell you like that. Anyway, the Israeli Arabs, even the religious ones, the Muslims, they just look at us and they're like, okay, if a Jew eats it, we can eat it. So if it's kosher, it's halal. They don't bother. I don't think they do. I never saw them doing it. They never even talk about it much. So, yeah. Joshua, thank you again. I noticed that people refuse to learn some things. It is a different thing person to person or group to group. I keep embarrassing myself when I speak. Joshua, I don't know what you're talking about when you say that you are embarrassing yourself when you speak. Dude, you have to stop this spamming. I'm sorry, I tried to delete the comment and it showed it instead. But thank you so much for support again. So, Harbin Gur 0, thank you for your support. England is an interesting place to be on a day like this, a country culturally and genetically tied to the Jewish people far back into antiquity. So you're talking about the Celts, right? Yeah, I don't think there is much more. Yeah, I think I heard this theory, right? Because there is something about the older societies that does connect England and the Semitic people, but I think I don't remember. But I always make fun, the Irish, them being gingers, Jews known for being gingers. Their stereotypes are very similar to Jewish stereotypes, but they hate Jews, so. Mm-hmm. Cedric. I heard also that Hebraic Bible and Talmud we can call generally Torah despite Torah. Okay, so Torah, so here's where people get confused. Torah is a generic word, meaning you can talk about the Torah as in the Holy Scripture, or you can talk about Torah as the word Torah. For example, when I can teach you something, I can call it a Torah because it's something like that teaches. So it's also a generic word. It's like it doesn't necessarily, it's not always a word that is used to talk about the actual 5 books. Sometimes it's just the teachings in general, and it doesn't even have to be religious or related to Judaism. Like how to think properly can be the Torah of thinking properly. Things like that. This is how it's used in language. And here's the thing, like people don't understand those nuances, so they misunderstand so much Israelis and Jews are saying. Because like I'm trying, like, and then you try to explain, like, no, Torah is actually just a word that you use. It's like the Bible is built of Torah, prophets, and writings. Well, writings can be a lot of things. Wait, did I get disconnected? Oh. Wait, something happened? Am I still alive? I don't know. Something went wrong. Let's see. I don't know, the chat disappeared for me, so 1 second, let me see if the chat is active somewhere else. Is there a problem with the stream? Yes, Hebrew is also a very figurative language, no doubt. Okay, the audio is fine, the video is fine. Okay, so it's just locally I lost connection to the chat. Okay, all right. Okay, halal slaughter is not really humane. So many animal rights advocates are against it, even meat eaters. Yeah, Sean. Yeah, that's what I heard. That it's pretty inhumane. That it's actually very, like, I actually checked it because I thought it's going to be similar since, well, I felt like, okay, they probably copied the concept of how to slaughter. Apparently they didn't. They actually didn't. They have a very different slaughtering mechanism than Judaism. So, yeah. I thought like I could eat halal and it would be like eating kosher, but it's not. Yeah, younger me thought like, okay, it must be the same slaughter style, but it's not. Yeah. I think like they should adopt the Jewish style so that everybody, like in Israel, like I think Dabah is the biggest meat distributor, and it's a Muslim family or like an Arab family. Maybe they're Christian, I don't know, but they slaughter kosher, right? They do kosher slaughtering. So maybe adopt it. But yeah, it's a very different situation in Israel, actually. I think Israelis should know it more. But yeah, but the Palestinians are insanity. But I think the Palestinians represent better the general Arab and Muslim population than Israeli Arabs. Israeli Arabs are very confusing. People date the wrong people. People switch from cult to cult. People hold luxury beliefs regardless of consequences. People build houses in hurricane zones. People cannot really learn some lessons. Joshua, you wrote it so pretty. Like, wow, how eloquent and how poetic and so true. And thank you so much for your support, Joshua. You're amazing. And here I'm gonna bail because I'm superstitious and I worry I just got you put on a watch list. Listen, what's the worst thing that can happen? They're gonna kick me out of the country. I'm ready to go out. It's depressing here. No offense. I don't know. I was happy in Liverpool. It felt good, but here, something something feels off. I'm not gonna lie. My friend, who I was supposed to be with for the next week, she actually she changed her flight to go home earlier. I think she doesn't want to stay here. So she changed her flight to go back home now. So what's the word? So I hope it's not they're not going to throw me to jail, but just send me home and then everybody's happy. So yeah, that's this. All right, do you guys have any more questions? Because really, when it comes to the whole stories, right, and things that cannot be said in the UK, I think I'm gonna say from Israel. Rebecca, don't you think the sun shines there, but you don't feel the heat like in Israel? Wow, when the sun shines here, it's amazing. I actually did a lot of connecting to grasses in general. I like laying on the grass. It's a hobby. I'm not allergic or anything, you guys. Because somebody said I was itching my eyes in one of the videos, and it's it's not. There was sand in the wind or something. It was very dry. But I have no. But I love just laying on the grass and enjoying the sun. It's one of the best things you can do. And the sun here is great. In Israel, the sun is brutal. It roasts you. Here, the sun is amazing, but at least now, right? Because it's the end of April. Yeah, but today was no sun, for example. How safe do I feel in London? I feel safe, but I think it's because I'm brainless, not because it's safe necessarily. It could go wrong really fast, it looks like. But I'm a worry-less, brainless person in general, so I just flock around without thinking, Baruch Hashem, so it's easy. So, yeah. You guys, I'm trying to understand what you're saying. All right, question. Did you visit Wales and Scotland and the island north of Scotland? I forgot the name. No, I technically was in Wales, but I wouldn't say I saw anything. I just went there for dinner and went back. So I saw a hotel in Wales and some grass, some Welsh grass. All right. Krishna. I cannot understand how secular atheist, leftist, progressive turns to Islam and takes their Kool-Aid and looks down upon Jews. I mean, if you want another religion, why not Druids? Here's the funny thing, I went to Speaker's Corner, and I can tell you that there is one thing I didn't feel at all, which was somebody looking down at me. Muslim, Christians, whatever they were, nobody looked down at me. Really, nobody did. I didn't feel like it. I feel like I would say the opposite, actually. So I think the issue might be that I was the only Jew there, and there aren't a lot of Jews. So if there were more Jews to spread around, maybe things would be better. But they don't always understand Jewish thinking or logic or anything like that. It's very hard. So they just get confused. So I think it frustrates them. So this is maybe why they're bitter. But I didn't feel any disrespect, to be honest. So in Speaker's Corner, Muslims are scared, so you are safe. Maybe. Even if they're scared, right? Doesn't mean they have to be respectful, but maybe I didn't talk to anyone that is too much of like a Muhammad hijab style Muslim. But yeah, I actually didn't feel like much hostility, to be honest. But like, it's not that maybe I should have worn like an Israeli flag, and then I would have even more frolicking around. I don't know. Even more people coming to ask me questions, talking to me. So, did I meet Tusi? No. I didn't even try to meet him, to be honest. I don't know. I'm sorry. I cannot envision myself. Like, I don't know. I mean, I would love to meet him. But I don't know why. I don't feel like we'll click. Just a gut feeling. I don't know why. Just sometimes I have this feeling, Maybe I'll be wrong if I met him. Maybe he's great. I just don't know. Why the IDF killed 15 Palestinian medics in cold blood? Why not? Listen, you cannot be a medical person in Gaza without being a Hamas member, so they might hit them by mistake or confusion or something, but then they ended up all being terrorists anyway, so why not? I believe that if you are taking care of terrorists, you might as well do it in cold blood. Because doing it in hot blood is the Arab style. They like it warm. Like Golda said. I think Golda Meir said, the Arabs love their killing hot and moist and personal. Like, if they ever get to do what they want to do, we're going to miss the cold-blooded and distance-saving methods of the Germans. The gas chambers would not seem too bad if it came down to it. So might as well do it in cold blood, I guess. I see you guys enjoy my So yes, they are way more into manual labor. Yeah, way more. Way more. In fact, like, when you compare the way they handled the Armenian genocide, like the gas chambers, at least it's sterile, Yeah. You see, you can always be worse. You know this meme where with the fox or whatever animal stuck into like thinking that it cannot be worse, and then nature proves that it can be worse. This is the Arabs. I don't think there is much worse than the way the Arabs do it. Would I ever visit Ireland again? Maybe. I mean, if London didn't depress me enough, and I feel like, you know what, I really feel like I should take a trip to be depressed, I'll go to Ireland. 100%. Yep. And all right, Paris after that. How is Paris doing actually? That's interesting. I think I should go visit Paris. Yes. Not immediately. I need a break. It's not, it doesn't feel the same. I mean, I think I'll take like a couple of days to try to visit the most sterile. I don't know if that's a good word. That sounds bad. To visit places in London that don't have the thug life aura everywhere. Like in the Hyde Park, I was like, it looked like the people there, like they looked like like a caricature of like thug life. Like, no, I don't want to go to London to experience this. I want to go there because it's like posh and people wear like suits. Yeah. Like if I want thugs, I'd go to the Harlem, I don't know. You know? Alright, Partha. Thank you for your support. Did you see Saudi Riyal and UAE dirham news symbols? According to Dr. Ankitcha, two brothers of Prime Minister Modi are preparing for a celebration. I have no idea what's going on, actually. So I don't know what it is. I'm so sorry. Sounds interesting. I'll try to look it up. Yes, I am drinking aloe. It's very good. Sponsor me. Thank you. I'm just kidding. Like, can you imagine like a brand like that sponsoring person like who talks like me? Big ban is Palestinian. Yes, it was stolen from the Palestinians. Thank you for reminding us this fact. All right. Let me see if there are any questions left, and I think I'm gonna wrap it up. And I actually, do you guys want to see the video of Netanyahu's speech? All right, let me do a survey if you guys want to see Netanyahu. Or should I go home and do that? I say yes, no. Okay. And also, because tomorrow is a bank holiday, I feel like I should have a day where I go out. Okay, you guys want to say, most of you Israeli influencer admits being controversial. I think if you are not controversial, so what's the point of speaking up? Just shut up, because you are not changing anything anyway. Unless you're controversial. I think controversial should be like, if their behavior is controversial. I just talk. I'm a boring person in real life, you know. Yes, join Discord and join the Telegram on as well, channels. All right. Okay, so what are the... Okay, the vast majority of you wants to see the... All right, okay, let's watch. Let's watch. I saw Hindustan. I hope they do not do copyright strikes, but because I saw that they did like they did in a voiceover to translate. So let's watch it. Okay, let's move it. I'm gonna move it, move it, move it, move it. Move here? No. Where do it doesn't hide me? It's funny because it follows my face. So it's gonna, my face is gonna be, okay, whatever. Let's do this. So funny. Rez, I don't think that was his name. So I think, is it the surgeon? Whatever. There was a Bedouin guy who passed, got murdered by Hamas terrorists. Oh, there is no sound. You guys are saying there is no sound. Oops. I will fix it. Huh. Interesting. Why is there is no sound? Yes.
אזרחי ישראל היקרים, בפתח דבריי,
Citizens of Israel,
Okay.
to begin
Now
my
you can
remarks,
hear it, but
I want to send on behalf of my wife, and I am...
Thank you. Please enjoy stay here. Joshua, hi. Thank you so much for your support. I think I saw another one. Oh, Frank. Thank you so much for your support as well, Frank Schifrin. Okay, I think I went through everything here. Yes. All right. Let's watch. Try to figure out how to be able to listen.
I'm sure on behalf of all of you, our heartfelt condolences to the family of Master Sergeant Rez, our Levancer of blessed memory, who fell today in battle in the Gaza Strip. All of Israel mourns together with the dear family. All of Israel salutes him for his bravery. I also send full and speedy recovery wishes to the female and male fighters who were injured in the same battle. I strengthen the hands of the fighters and the commanders. The IDF has a duty to respond forcefully and to further increase the pressure on Hamas. We are in a war for our survival, a war across 7 fronts. This war carries very heavy prices, because every loss is an entire world. But as a people who cherish life,
Monday CRM.
No, what is this? Come on, I don't want to see you. Actually, I kind of hate this translation. I'm free to meet you in London. Wait 1 second. Yeah, I don't want... Okay, I'm gonna shut the thing for now and let the thing play. All right, I'm free. Okay, I'm free to meet you in London. How can I contact you? I don't know how many how many are you in London actually? So maybe I can maybe can have a proper meetup. I think we should do it more. Okay, can someone that's a funny comment. Netanyahu is good at handling both the pressures from the right and the left. He is a raging centrist. That's a funny one. Yeah, I skipped the ad. All right. Okay, so who wants to meet in London? Do you guys know what? You guys know what would be the best way to do that? How would we meet? Okay, maybe we can do a meetup tomorrow since it's a bank holiday. Is tomorrow good? Are you good with tomorrow? Let me try. I need to finish the previous one. Okay, let me try. So, is the bank holiday, is it just tomorrow or is it Tuesday as well? All right, let's try. And so it's also Tuesday or is it just Monday? You want to meet me in Flinchy. Okay, so I'm gonna go with that. Okay, I want tomorrow. Why is tomorrow so hard to spell? In Finchley. What time? What time do you guys want to meet up? Okay, you guys are saying only. Oh, there is a festival pier on Thames Waterloo Bridge. There is a festival. Do you want to Finchley or festival place? In preferences. Tomorrow in. Okay, let me ask. Let's say Finchley or like somebody's asked festival pier, Waterloo Bridge, meet at festival. How do I write fest? I don't even know what I'm typing, right? I'm just on thing Waterloo Bridge. That's an option, I guess. And another one. And another one, we don't want to see you. Yes. Not coming. That's an option. What else? Is there an actual festival? I don't know what time is it. And also what time, by the way? What time do you guys want to do? What time do people meet up in London here? I'm gonna put Mr. Netanyahu aside for a second. Yes. No times. You guys know what? No usual time frame. Like what about like 5 p.m.? Is 5 p.m. normal? Oh, you guys want morning times? What, are you gonna kill me? You want me to wake up in the morning? Yeah, Brit, speak up. Okay, Joshua saying, meet Finchley or Golders Green. Gotta drink tea. I'll drink tea. So drink is 4 p.m., 5 p.m. Okay, okay. Tomorrow, 5 p.m. Here. Start. Okay. Okay. I'm trying. Okay, okay. So you guys want to go back to Netanyahu? Because I kind of feel like we lost the kind of vibe that Netanyahu gives, usually. Also, I don't know. I feel like it kind of takes away when they do the dubbing stuff, you know. But whatever. Okay, let's watch it for the meantime, since you guys are debating when and where we're meeting. Oh,
Victory.
Sabtai.
Citizens of Israel, life. We have no choice but to continue fighting for our very existence until victory. Citizens of Israel, as your Prime Minister, I will not give in, not to the murderers who committed the worst massacre against the Jewish people since the Holocaust. Surrendering would endanger the state and endanger you. We are at a decisive stage of the campaign, and this stage requires resilience and determination to win. If we surrender to Hamas's demands now, all the immense achievements, thanks to our fighters, our fallen, and our heroic wounded, will simply be lost. Since the beginning of the war, there have been calls to end it through surrender. These calls have grown louder recently. Had I listened to them, we would not have entered Rafah. We wouldn't have taken the Philadelphia corridor.
I love that he calls those assholes out. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's yeah, that's the thing. Like, they go around and like claim to be those big heroes who know everything, but in reality, like, their advice is always shit. Oh, you guys have no sound. My sound or like the Netanyahu sound? Somebody says, Nate has sound, others don't have sound. All right, so 5 p.m. is too late for activities in the festival pier. So what time is the festival? Cannot hear Bibi. Well, right now it's
We wouldn't
not
have
playing.
conducted hostage rescue operations. We wouldn't be closing in on Sinwar Deef and Hania nor Nasrallah. We wouldn't have created conditions.
So you guys say no to the festival. What's Finchley? What's there? Now I kind of want to know. Let me check. What is Finchley? What is this place about? All right. Okay. This is entertainment. Like, I'm checking how I'm meeting you guys, and in the meantime, you can enjoy Netanyahu. Yeah, Netanyahu is always good at striking right balance between human rights and the crowd and standing up for Israel. I agree. But he also used words smartly. You know?
Conditions for the downfall of Assad's regime.
As in, smartly, as in, can be translated with a wink sometimes.
Or delivered a significant blow to Iran's axis of influence. We would not have changed the face of the Middle East. We would simply continue to live under existential threat. So I want to say a few words about Iran. I am committed to preventing Iran from acquiring nuclear weapons. I will not give this up. I will not ease up. I will not retreat, not even a millimeter. The most amusing thing is hearing criticism from those who oppose the many actions I led over the years to strike Iran's nuclear program and delay it. Without those actions, Iran would already have had nuclear weapons 10 years ago. Many of those now criticize me systematically oppose the policy I led. Apparently, there is no limit to...
Thank you, Patrick O'Brien, for getting me books to read. I appreciate it very much.
hypocrisy.
So actually am looking at the map of London right now, and yeah, so I'm guessing like it was nice hearing your input. Now I need to understand like where it actually makes sense to meet up. So I'm guessing those who voted festival versus Finchley, like they're gonna. Does it matter to you where we're meeting? It like yeah. Anyway. Nothing is flashy, but very easy to me to drive to. Okay. Oh my God, you're funny.
As for Iran's proxy in Gaza, if we do not complete the destruction of Hamas's military and governmental capabilities, another October 7th and future kidnappings are only a matter of time. Hamas has said they plan to do it again, and they mean it. They are working toward it. Leaving Hamas in power in Gaza would be a huge defeat for Israel and a massive victory for Iran. This past weekend, Hamas again rejected a proposal that could have led to the release of half of the living hostages still held in Gaza and the return of many bodies. Hamas is demanding an end to the war and the continuation of its rule.
Yes, Nate, thank you so much. Yes, people can buy me book. You just have to go to the Buy Me Coffee link in the description. And it's better, like YouTube takes a large percentage of the super chats you're giving me. So if you purchase books instead or coffee, like it's I get more percentage of your, like significantly better cut, let's say it like that. Yeah, so if you guys want to support me, go ahead and go there, and I'll try to be quick enough and read the message you've written as well. Thank you.
It is also demanding a full Israeli withdrawal from Gaza and the reconstruction of Gaza with massive funds that would allow it to rearm and prepare for new attacks against us. Ending the war under such surrender terms would send a message to all of Israel's enemies that by kidnapping Israelis, you can bring the state of Israel to its knees. It would send a deadly message that terrorism pays, that would harm the security of the entire free world. And of course, under these conditions, President Trump's important vision to change Gaza's future once and for all and allow our country to live in peace and security cannot be fulfilled.
This bro is so chill. Like, think about it. Like, you know, usually world leaders, like when they come up with an idea, they're not going to give the credit to anyone else. I'm pretty sure, for various reasons, that Gaza's idea was not exactly Trump's idea. But it's like, yes, it is Trump's idea. I guess it serves like both as ego stroking, a guy that really likes it, and as masking who might have brought up that controversial idea that doesn't have like the strongest military in the world behind him.
Therefore, I say clearly,
with Lucid, IT teams don't have to start from square one. Need a work.
This is awful. Okay, so because I don't have two screens right now, I only have like one screen. I use the OBS's like using like use like a direct link to the video, and because of that it shows all those commercials. Like I have the premium version, like whatever it's called, in YouTube, so I don't get commercials when I usually watch it. Consider a meetup with Canding with Lubna, since you're anyways in London. Is she doing a meetup? She's in London? I actually never got to interact with her at all, so that could be interesting. Does she do anything with like Israel or just Islam? Okay, so we are meeting tomorrow, 5 p.m. somewhere. I'm trying to figure out where. That's the question. Oh, that's an interesting, Rebecca. What's going on with Iran and the US nuclear talks? Any updates and expectations from your side? My side is that Iran is gonna fuck it up somehow, and then we're gonna fuck Iran. But I feel like Trump is the kind of person who is like, he thinks he's better, so he needs to try. It's like, the others are failed because it's not because the way they, like the path they chose to walk down to was stupid. It was because they were stupid. But genuinely speaking, sometimes it's not that someone is stupid, even though they are. It's also the fact that the path is wrong. So they're gonna try it. Hopefully it fails fast, and we're gonna try a new path. This is what I, like about Trump, the fact that he manages to recalculate the path. Something that typically an American president just for some reason cannot do to save their life. They choose a path and they go down it no matter what. So yeah. Okay, so her own uploads tends to focus on UK and more. I actually want to hear about the UK since I'm here, right? Like actually arguing about and thinking about Israel in the UK, I feel is stupid. And it's also masking. It's masking the reality of UK, which needs to be addressed. Everybody's special. The UK is special. Israel is special. And you cannot use Israel to treat the UK. It's not going to help the UK. You need a different treatment. And also it's not the same thing. So I agree with that. I'm here to hear about you, not about me. Hollywood bowling in Finchley, please Google. You guys want that? You gonna want to go Hollywood bowling in Finchley? I'll Google it right now. And yeah, one of our Muslim regulars invited me today to discuss Israel-Palestine live, so it became eclectic. I can talk to AP. Maybe he has her phone number. I mean, he's very unreliable when it comes to actually answering. He answers when it feels like fun. But if I text him and the message is boring, he wouldn't answer me back. So I hope this is something he would find worth addressing. I'll just ask him, yeah. So.
Not in this war of national resurgence until Hamas is destroyed in Gaza, until all of our hostages are returned, and until the Gaza Strip no longer poses a threat to Israel. Those in Israel who irresponsibly call for ending the war under Hamas's surrender terms. What are they doing? They are echoing, word for word, Hamas's propaganda. They are fueling Hamas's brutal psychological warfare against us and against the families of the hostages. They are pushing the chance of the hostages released farther away, not bringing it closer. They are leaving them in Hamas's hands for longer. The surrender terms Hamas presented are not new. They have demanded them repeatedly in every deal. But what responsible leader in Israel could accept them after October 7th? Certainly not me. And I am sure not you either. Those among us who urge surrender to Hamas are telling us, fold now, get out of Gaza, out of the Philadelphia corridor, let Hamas remain in power, and promise not to return to fight. And then, after Hamas returns the hostages, you'll go back and fight? The biggest absurdity is that they say this publicly in studio interviews while Hamas is watching. Do you understand what they're doing?
Yeah, I love that he calls it out. Those idiots, I love it so much. But why Netanyahu? I don't know, isn't it just... sometimes I think Netanyahu is like too much of a nice person. I don't know what his problem is. But why did it take you 2 years to call their idiocracy out?
They are basically telling Hamas, we're lying to you, and we ask you to go along with it. Hamas is a gang of despicable murderers, but they are not stupid. They are demanding binding international guarantees that prevent the very kind of deception these so-called studio experts are proposing. These experts have no idea how the international system works. No one, certainly not the U.S., China, Russia, or any member of the Security Council, will go along with such a deception. It would make returning to war impossible. We would lose all legitimacy. Remember how quickly Israel lost international legitimacy for the most just war in our history, after Hamas monsters murdered over 1,200 of our citizens in one day and kidnapped more than 250. Very quickly, the tide turned against us. Political pressure focused on us. We were hit with arms embargoes, even from close allies. And even now, we are facing accusations of genocide in the international arena. So let me be clear, there will be no fake commitment. If we commit not to fight, we will not be able to return to fight. As a condition for ending the war, Hamas is demanding a complete IDF withdrawal from the Strip, including the Philadelphia corridor and the security buffer zone.
You know, I'm so happy he says it clearly for even the retarded idiots to maybe understand, but I think they need to be executed, like hanged in the public square, a lot of them, to be honest. I don't think it's beyond retardedness. They're just mindless, evil, narcissistic people, those who go in our media. Our Israeli media is just horrible.
Zone that protects our citizens from Hamas terror. And I ask you, did our fighters fight in vain? Did our heroes fall and get injured for nothing? In Lebanon and in Syria, we created buffer zones to protect North.
All right, so guys, you're saying earlier is better to meet. Most things shot early on bank holiday. I suggest 1 or 2 p.m. the latest. Interesting. Yeah, too many libtards in Israel too. Yes, especially the tards part. I don't know if they're even lib.
Northern communities. The meaning of withdrawing from the buffer zone in Gaza is that within a short time, Hamas will rebuild its terrorist army and resume mass kidnappings and rocket fire against Israeli citizens. As Prime Minister, it is my duty to prevent this, and I am preventing it. I believe it is possible to bring back our hostages without surrendering to Hamas's demands. That's how I've acted until now. In one of the first cabinet meetings of the war, maybe the first, a very senior defense official said, "We must accept that we might not succeed in bringing back even one hostage." I thought otherwise. I believe that combining military and diplomatic pressure would succeed in bringing them home. Many did not believe it. But to this day, we have returned 196 hostages, including 147 alive. As of now.
Also, yes, I also appreciate it. It's like, say thank you as well, you know? Yeah. Continue, Netanyahu, continue.
24 living hostages and 3 deceased hostages are still held in Gaza. The mission is not yet complete, and I intend to complete it without surrender. Since the outbreak of the war, including in recent days, my wife and I have met with many of the hostage families. We will continue to meet them, just as we've done since the war began. I meet the people. I understand the excruciating pain of the dear families, the fathers, mothers, brothers, sisters, and spouses. I feel their immense grief. I hear the cry of their hearts. It tears at my heart. We will increase the pressure on Hamas until we achieve all the goals of the war. And I emphasize again, we will not give up on a single hostage, living or fallen. We are determined to bring everyone home. Citizens of Israel, we are in the midst of a multi-front war, unlike any we have faced before. Thanks to the bravery of our heroic soldiers, the great spirit of our people, and the determined policy led by my government, we have achieved tremendous success. But the mission is not yet complete, and we are determined to finish it. As Passover ends and we approach the days of remembrance and independence that unite our people, I say, great challenges lie ahead. But we will overcome them. We will overcome them together, with determination, with strength, with...
Did you guys lose connection? Is there a connection? Was there a lost connection? Because things just disappeared from my screen for a second. So let me know if I need to go back a little bit in the... All right. Seeing you guys. All right. I'm trying to figure out if you missed anything or not. Okay. Everything good. Okay. Weird.
Faith and with the mighty spirit that lives within our people.
Weird.
Together we will stand. Together we will fight. And with God's help, together we will win.
Amen.
נעשה זאת בנחישות, בעוצמה, באמונה.
Perfect. Thank you. All right. Figuring out what we're doing tomorrow. So some people here said that it's better to meet earlier because things close early on bank holidays. So 5 p.m. would be too late. Also, maybe let's meet. What if we meet somewhere that is a bit more touristic? Is it a bad idea? Since I'm in London, maybe I would want to see something that is touristic as well, you know? I don't know if you guys... I guess it might be harder to find you, right? If I go there. So, okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start a survey about the hour first and then the location. All right, let me poll. Would you like, if you can do it, I'd love to, yeah. All right, more central. Okay, let's start with a time. Okay, so first, tomorrow, we all agree it's tomorrow because tomorrow is a bank holiday. So I'm gonna put 2 p.m. or 5 p.m. and don't ask me for the mornings because I'm not a morning person. And of course not coming. For those who have to answer surveys even if it's irrelevant. Maybe Hyde Park. Do you guys want to meet at the Hyde Park? Have a massive right hand. Oh yeah, it's funny. Wait, let me do it. Maybe this way. Still changes the proportions. Okay, so tomorrow. So between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. I actually had to choose, I had an option, I should have done an option of, I can do both, but whatever. Hyde Park. Hyde Park. You guys are saying Hyde Park, Hyde Park. Hyde Park, is Hyde Park good? Or Tower of London? Where is Tower of London? Okay. So first of all, most of you are it's not. People say prefer Finchley. Still, okay, several here still prefer Finchley. Yeah, but like, is Finchley, like, you guys, like, maybe something that is more touristic as well? I don't know. Also, like, in case you all bail, I need to go to somewhere, like, I'll be like, okay, worst case scenario, nobody's here. I'll just go walk around, you know? Which would be weird if I have to go to in the middle of nowhere and be like, what am I doing here, you know? So if we go in the touristic place, at least if you all not come, you know, do like a Kites of Avia, the Summer of Avia kind of story, then I'll be fine with it. So, yeah, I get that touristy places are busy, but, you know, I don't want, at least it will lower my anxiety from the thought of like coming and then be like, oh. Yeah, I have an X account, yes. It's Barsef. Okay, I'm just waiting for the results. So 2 p.m. is kind of winning. You know what's fun? I can also do 3 p.m. actually. Okay, place London Eye, Borough Market, etc. Borough Market. Let me see. I also want a place that you can clearly find me, you know? What do you mean, am I going to include the Persians? I'm literally like making up those plans with you right now. I have no, like, I didn't plan it ahead of time. I just saw your comment, so it's just me right now. So you can invite others, but it's spontaneous. Thank you. Neat. Borough Market. What is Borough Market? What's there? This looks far. All right, between 19 to 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. it's kind of the same. So I guess I'll do like 3 p.m., 3:30 p.m. We can have like this. Do you guys want to do Borough Market? But is there like a specific space? Somebody asking about Oxford University. Where is Oxford University? That's far. All right. So where in Borough Market do we meet, guys? Is there somewhere there that we can be like sure about? Borough Market, yes, 2 p.m. Let's do 3 p.m. That way we're like somewhere in the middle between those who can 5 p.m. and those who 2 p.m. Okay, but is it easy to find each other at the Borough Market? All right. Just Borough. It's like we'll find each other there. How does it work? Wait, I need to. Okay, Borough Market. Okay, Borough Market. Borough Market, 2 p.m. Is there like a, okay, so you guys, Borough Market is out and it also closes at 5 p.m. Okay, so let's meet. You're saying meet at South. Oh, it's closed tomorrow. Somebody says the Borough Market is closed tomorrow. So if it's closed tomorrow, what's the point? Okay, who wants to do Speaker's Corner? You guys want to do Speaker's Corner tomorrow? Since people are saying Borough Market is going to be closed tomorrow. Or Borough Market. Is Borough Market? Yeah, Borough Market is closed tomorrow, you guys. So is there something around there that is better? So hard. Why is it so hard to decide where we're meeting? And the 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. got 50-50 exactly. Fun. Is Speaker's Corner every day? I thought it's just Sunday. Borough Market is closed tomorrow. All right, you guys want to do Speaker's Corner? Speaker's Corner. You want to do Speaker's Corner? No Speaker's Corner. London is so big, oh my god. Must be tiring. You guys have to decide, I'm tired. Okay, where do I want to go? What about Piccadilly Circus? I think I went out around there. That was fun. How about Piccadilly Circus? We're losing people. People are like running away. Okay, can we maybe move this conversation to somewhere else? Is everyone here on Discord maybe? All right. So next to Piccadilly Circus, you're saying some gardens. Covent Gardens. Okay, move it to my Discord. Yeah, this is actually painful. I agree. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna decide on a location, and that's it. All right? Okay, let's move, whoever is on Discord, let's move it to Discord. And then I'm gonna publish it on YouTube. So, yeah. Painful, painful. I don't know if I wanna. Okay, you guys, let's meet. I don't know what is convert, but let's meet next to I know there is like all right. Okay, so let's meet somewhere next to the Piccadilly Circus place, okay? Tomorrow, 3 p.m. Okay, good. We're good. Is it all right, 3 p.m.? Because I saw that people like voted in the middle. So 3 p.m. Piccadilly Circus tomorrow. See you. Bye-bye. Bye, everybody. Thank you for being here. I kind of want to say that you guys heard me. See no reaction. Nothing? Nothing? Nobody? All right. I want to see if that you got my memo. I don't know if you did. Piccadilly, oh, perfect. Okay, here we got it. Piccadilly Circus, 3 p.m., just outside the large Burger King. Awesome. I think I'll manage to find it. All right, see ya. Bye-bye.